Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the press box here at AT&T Stadium for the 2022 Dream All-American Bowl Series. It's Team Stars versus Team Dream right on the field of the Dallas Cowboys here in Arlington, Texas. Good afternoon. Hunter Paris alongside Cody Martindale here with all the action for you. And Cody, we got a middle school matchup here. 7th and 8th graders going at each other. Kids from all over the country looking to showcase their skills. What are you most excited for in seeing them out on the field today?
Well, I mean, when we walked through them just a few minutes ago during warm-ups, wow, what a group of very, very impressive young men. I mean, talking to some of the coaches and going through here and seeing everybody and seeing the kids, they were just phenomenal looking, phenomenal acting, and that's what I just want to see, a great group of kids. Being this young, I mean, we do have some incoming freshmen, so we do have quite a bit of incoming ninth graders. So just seeing them and seeing how they're young, I just want to see the game, go through the progressions of the game and how these young men handle adversity, how they're going to compete, the competitive nature of these young. Football is a very, physical, competitive game, and can these kids, up their competitiveness in a, all-star type game?
Most definitely. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. There's a lot of kids to look forward to. But one player that's caught the coaches' eyes, Julius Hernandez out of Rochester, Washington, a linebacker. He's 5'11". He's a big kid for a middle schooler, and I look forward to watching him make a lot of plays out there on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, and then the quarterback from the Stars, they'll be in the all black uniforms. Right here, hometown kid, number one, Timothy Wright from Keller, Texas. So he had about a 30-minute drive this morning to get here. So he'll be a freshman there at Keller
Timber Creek. Yep, Keller Timber Creek.
Keller Timber Creek. So all the hometowns will be right here together. So it'll be interesting to watch him get out there. But I'm just excited for these kids to have this opportunity. Some of these kids are going into the 8th grade, 9th grade, and it, with social media and everything happens on those, recruiting starts at such a young age now. I mean, you've seen the Nick Sabans and the Jimbo Fishers. They've all offered 8th graders before, and if they offer 8th graders, well, some of these kids could have an opportunity to get a Division I college scholarship in the next year or so. So just come out here, show your what you can do, show all your talent and your competitiveness and all your physicality.
Most definitely, most definitely. We're looking forward to it. It's national anthem time here. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after the national anthem. It's a beautiful day for football, but it doesn't matter. We're indoors at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. Really, really excited for this one. It's Team Dream who's wearing the gray, and Team's Rising Stars who's wearing the black. It's going to be a fun day of football here at AT&T Stadium. Had a great game earlier. We saw Team Stars take it 26-13. So Team Stars looking to defend their crown and see if we can get something going.
Yeah, well, it was cool to watch those 5th and 6th graders get out there and compete. Man, a lot of talent on that field. There's going to be a special group of talent coming across the country in the next few years with this group and the group behind them. And Saw a 6'1", 290-pound offensive defensive line that turned 11 years old. So it is definitely going to be a good group to follow with and get through there. So we're about ready to get set for the opening kickoff.
This will be a good one for the head coaches for this afternoon's game for the black team, which is Team Stars for this one. It's DeAndre Campbell, who played at the University of Washington and had a stint with the San Francisco 49ers. Now on the other side, coaching the gray uniforms in Team Dream, Dakeen Evans. So he played for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's all fired up. He's ready to go. You could tell it in warm-ups.
Yes.
His team's going to come out and play hard and physical, and we'll see if Rising Stars can match that intensity.
Yes, I loved it. I loved walking down there with Team Dream. I mean, he was fired up. He was like, come on, let's, saying the things and probably some things I can't repeat on the air, but, he was pumped up, getting the kids fired up, getting ready to go, and getting ready to play. I love the energy he brought.
Without a doubt, we are ready to start this one. Team Dream will kick it off. Oh, and they're going to kick it right to the front line of Team Stars, and he'll just fall on it. And they got great field position.
Yeah, what a very heads-up play. He found the ball, saw the ball, hopped on it real quick, and didn't try anything special, just fell right on the ground.
Yep, Lathan Walker from Vaca Peña, California. He's 6 foot, and he's a big kid, and he's got some hands to him, it looks like. 1 second off the clock, 11:59 here in the first quarter. We'll see what Team Stars can do here on their first drive.
I'm telling you, this number 6 right here for Team Stars, down wide receiver down in the bottom of the field. This is future D1 monster.
Timothy Wright. The handoff's off the right side, and going to be about a gain of a yard or two. Not much going there for the offense, but, just getting out the pregame jitters.
Yeah, and we talked about this in the previous game. You in these types of games, you always expect the defense to shine. Defense is, hey, I've got one gap. I know what I'm doing. Find the football and go. Offense has so much different schemes and so much different, timing and connecting, with the receiver and the quarterback. It just takes a while.
Yes, it does. Right handoff. Oh, my goodness. Immediately dropped in the backfield. Getting in there and making a play for Team Dream. I'm trying to pick up the number. It's hard to see.
It was number 90. And it's going to take us just a hair to learn to go through all this and find out the numbers, because we don't have the rosters in numerical order. So it's going to be kind of tough for us to be hopping around. But
so Timothy Wright, his offense.
I'm going to find number 6 here on the bottom of the field.
3rd and 15. Wright takes the snap. Oh, he's under a lot of pressure. He's going to go down. Oh, my goodness. Back-to-back tackles for a loss. This one's a sack. And it was number 51, Julius Hernandez. They told us to watch out for him.
Yep, absolutely. And the other thing about this is the offensive line. The offensive line, you've never played next to, the guy next to you. I mean, you've never played with them. And these guys have had 1 day of practice. They met yesterday for 1 day of practice, and that's all they have. So it's just going to take some time. It's going to take some time, and we saw in the other games, in the previous games we've done, late in the 3rd quarter, they're kind of starting to get a feel for each other, and the offenses will open up.
And Team Stars will punt this away, and the punt is muffed, and he's just going to fall on it. So it looked like that was about to be a dangerous return for Israel Neighbors of Washington, but he's just going to have to fall on it. And they still have good field position at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's what Coach was talking about this morning. Where's Israel? When we were going through there, finding out who were the players and, who were to come to keep an eye on. And it was, where's Israel? Where Israel? So right. Definitely good to see him, starting to get some playing time and get some action. And we'll see how it progresses throughout the day.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Team Dream offense taking the field. They're going to look to pass here first, rolling out to the right. Delivered a beautiful ball across midfield, 45-40. One man to beat, and he's going to be pushed out at the 30-yard line. And I'll tell you what, great pocket awareness there by the quarterback for Team Dream. Rolling out to his right and making a beautiful throw.
Yeah, 535-pound quarterback out of Missouri. Wow, he felt the pressure coming, rolled out to his right, kept his eyes up, went through his progression, found the receiver coming across the middle of the field, and put it on the money.
Dakota Stanback playing quarterback for Team Dream today, and he's 1 for 1.
Yeah, what an excellent way to start the game. We just talked about the offensive struggling.
He'll send a man in motion. He'll fake it. Handoff off the right side. He's got a first down, a little bit more, and he's pushed out around the 15. Well, they're gonna roll him out about the 19.
Yeah, there was another player the coaches were talking about. Number 21, his first name Phoenix. He's from out of Florida, 5'10", 192.
Phoenix Dungia.
Yeah. Going to be a freshman. A freshman that is 5'10", 192 pounds and built like that.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you don't find a lot of, 14, maybe 15-year-old kids
right.
that are built like that. He is somebody you will definitely keep your eye out for in the next few years. Coming out of the rich state of Florida. Hey, there's another pretty good running back out of Florida that played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, there is, and there's a handoff off the right side, and penalty flag flies here.
Looks like when it comes in from that angle and running, zone stretch play from that side, it's going to be a holding.
And it is.
Yeah, so that pretty good running back out of Florida. Some guy named Emmitt Smith. I think he might have a banner up here.
He has something up here.
So maybe a banner here or two. Some of that all-time leading rusher. But
something like that.
Yeah. So all you people back in Florida watching him and, you never heard of Emmitt Smith, you might want to look him up. But, Emmitt was about this size and about that build. But Emmitt had a few more pounds on him, but, man, this is a good-looking kid. 192 pounds as a 14, 15-year-old freshman.
Penalty will push it back. Ball was at the 26-yard line, and the ball didn't move, but everybody else did.
Trying to get them on a hard count to see if they can't make them 5 yards back up.
We'll see if they were drawn off, and it'll look like this is on the offense.
Yeah, I think so. Left tackle over here had a big jump. Hold your water. The O-line's got to hold the water.
It's going to be 1st and long, 1st and 22 exactly, from the 31-yard line. Stand back, takes the snap. He's got his man, running back, and it's going to be pushed out about the 15-yard line. Just a nice, easy running back route out the backfield, and picked up a couple of yards to make it 2nd down and manageable.
The thing about stand back here is, look down your field, look down the field, didn't see anything, then hit your hot route. Phoenix was there on a hot route, on a swing, bubble route. Stand back just hit him.
Yep.
You don't have to hit these big plays every single play. You can, like right there, put yourself in a manageable 2nd down where you have 2 downs to pick up the 1st down. So another excellent job by those two.
Stand back in the shotgun. Next to Phoenix. Handoffs to Phoenix. Phoenix breaking it loose. Off the right side, he's going to pick up a 1st down. And he should have a yard more than the 1st down marker indicates. And chains will move. It'll be a 1st down for Team Dream.
So that was a GT play where you pull the backside guard and tackle. And he just gets in behind those big offensive linemen. And follow your blockers. The guard is going to kick out that defensive end. The tackle wraps around and picks up a linebacker and just follow him. And he did a great job. He found the hole that he needed and waited on timing, had some patience, and then hit the hole hard and picked up the 1st down.
So stand back in the shotgun. Dongia to his right. And a little out route here, and they're going to overthrow it. It's a smart play by Stanback to overthrow it. He's looking for his man Walter Jones out of St. Margaret, Illinois, but just threw it over his head. There was a good chance that would have gotten intercepted.
That would have been a pick six if the ball was a little underthrown. So, and he probably felt it and saw the DB coming underneath and just led him a little too much. So, the first mishap there for Stanback, but what a great start to the game for him.
Most definitely. Clock continues to roll here. 5:55 here to go in this first quarter. Deadlocked at 0. Stand back with Dongia to his right. And a timeout's going to be taken here by Team Dream. Talking it over. 2nd and goal from the 9.
One of the players, the coaches said to keep an eye on is Deshaun Fed from Georgia. 5'11", 135-pound wide receiver. So he lined up here in the bottom of the screen. It's 2nd and 9. Let's see if they don't Stanback doesn't throw him a little 50-50 ball right here. It is a great opportunity. Let your playmakers go make a play on it. Go throw the ball up, let them make a play, and see what they can do.
Might as well. You got nothing to lose. It's the Dream All-American Bowl games. You saw how competitive head coach Joe Horn with his Rising Stars team last game was, and Coach Ratcliffe really wanted to win that game for his team Dream, but was unable to do so. And I think both coaches were very pleased with the performance from their teams, though.
All right, you got a tight bunch set at the bottom of the screen.
Stand back. He flips it to Dongia. Dongia trying to get outside, trying to get the corner going towards the pylon, and is knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
So that was like a sweep to Donnia on the wide side of the field, and had a tight bunch set with the trips on the inside to try to get the blocking from the inside to cut off the pursuit and have him one-on-one with the corner. Corner did a good job of holding, keeping the outside containment and keeping him out of the end zone. See if they don't go back to that GT play where they pull the opposite guard and tackle and lead up two lead blockers for Dongia to get in the end zone right here.
Yeah, if I'm giving it to anybody right here, I'm giving it to the bruiser back Dongia. Unless you want to do a little play action. It's an interesting play here because you got 2 downs to get in the end zone. Stand back. Takes the snap. He's going to QB keep it right up the gut. Oh! And he hits a stone wall right at the goal line. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 1.
So quarterback draw. I mean, he got stood up. You're going to have to probably put another quarter. Well, maybe not. I guess his helmet. He took his own helmet off. But quarterback draw led right up the gut by Dongia. Just came up about a yard short right here.
And a timeout will be called here. We'll see if they charge the timeout too.
We saw this. We saw this
exactly
in the first game.
Team Dream only has 1 timeout left with 16 minutes left to go in the first half.
Yeah. And is this going to come back and hurt them down at the end of the first half? Because what happened in the first game is, Team Dream moving the ball, had a little miscommunications, and, didn't get the right personnel. And mind you, we're talking about 11 and 12-year-old kids here. So, with the coaches and other players they've seen for one day. So they burned 2 timeouts for early and then came back and burned another timeout, and they were driving the ball and just got down to about between the 10 and 15-yard line and just couldn't punch it in and ran out of time. So we'll see if these 2 timeouts come back to bite Team Dream in the butt here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. 4:19 left to go here in the first quarter. It's a 4th and goal. There's a sub in at quarterback, and he's going to keep it right up the gut. Did he get in?
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Push.
Number 1, Tony Kennedy Jr. from Highlands, Florida. He barrels his way into the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Team Dream, and the 0-0 tie has been broken.
Yeah, another same play. This quarterback draw lead, that's what it is. And they get behind that big old guard in center and just follow your blockers and have them, push you in. And then the offensive line did a great job of getting a push right up the middle, led by big number 74. Man, that's a big left tackle. So it looks like Team Dream going to go for 2 here.
I like the call. That's what you have to do when you don't have a kicker on the roster.
Yeah, and it's an all-star game.
Might as well.
Might as well. Have some fun.
It'll be stand back. He's going to throw the fade route. Oh, and he just missed him. That was close.
That was a good ball. This receiver there, it's hard to tell his numbers. Receiver got turned around just a hair. Maybe just the ball was just overthrown just a hair. But, man, I like it. I like the opportunity. You had one-on-one coverage at the top of the field, and just couldn't connect there.
So 4:13 left to go in the first quarter. Team Dream throws the first punch. They're up 6-0 early.
See if we got another onside kick here. And if there's not a kicker on the roster, it might not have been a planned onside.
No. I would guess not. But you never know.
No, you never know. But you got to also remember, these kids are 13, 14 years old. Just because they don't look that, doesn't mean physically and mentally developed in the game. They're not.
The kick will bounce at the 30-yard line and fielded at the 27 after it was balled a little bit. Trying to get a good return here. He'll get it across the 30, and that's where he's brought down. So a solid return after the bobble.
Broke a few tackles. Yeah, I don't think that's your everyday kicker because the ball came off. He hit the side of the ball, and it came off as a sideways spiral. But, hey, he got the job done. Kicked it down there, and Team Stars will take over at the 38-yard line.
Timothy Wright, going to be a freshman at Timber Creek High School, back in the game at quarterback. He's going to take the first snap of this drive and hand it off up the gut to his running back. Number 4, Josiah Williams out of Michael Callan, Nevada.
There's just not a lot of running room up there. O-line's got to get a big push on the number 95, Javion Wilson from Arizona. He was one of the players coaches says he's excited about. And also number 56, Luke Hillis from Washington, a 5'10" linebacker.
2nd and 12 after the loss of 2 on first down. Wright takes the snap. He's going to have to roll out to his right, sets his feet, chucks it down the field. Oh, and it's knocked loose. Incomplete. The DBs for, as we look at the replay here, the DBs for Team Dream all fired up.
Oh, he had an opportunity to bring that in.
It was a close one. The safety over the top came and made sure that there was going to be no play on that ball.
So here we go. Bring up a long third down and have Wright roll out to his right. Not he was going to the left, had to turn, set his feet, and throw the ball. So get him coming our way, get him out of the pocket from this linebacker and big old defensive tackles.
Right. On 3rd down and long, he's going to unleash once again, and they're looking for a penalty flag here. They're not going to get it. No. Good defense there by Team Dream.
Yeah,
in there on the coverage. Defensive back number 4, Jordan Cleaves from Winkler, North Carolina.
Wide receiver out there just got to do a better job of judging the ball. The ball was thrown little long. You had tight coverage on you. You had a little pressure coming from the interior for the quarterback on the quarterback. So just read the ball a little bit better. Get your eyes up a little quicker, and see next time they can't make a little connection there later in the game.
So it'll be 4th and 11. 2 back-to-back. 3 and outs for Team Stars. Just kick this one off. This punt is boomed. It's going to be fielded at the 35-yard line on the return. And oh my goodness, what a play to bring him down. Number 44, Valentin Gomez-Ricks out of Lake Hazel, Idaho. And I'll tell you what, I love the sportsmanship that he just showed after he made that tackle. Immediately got up and helped his fellow player up. Sorry, I was looking for the word. I was going to say fellow teammate, but they're on opposite teams.
Yeah, helped his opponent up. There you go. The great job of breaking down by Riggs. Number 44 broke down, open field tackle. When you got a kid running at you at that type of speed and that type of quickness.
Let's say Tyon Jacobs was on the return there from West Virginia. He's not a slow kid. He's quick.
No, when he kept his, broke down, made open field tackle, and just held on.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Team Dream. Stand back, hands it off up the gut, and that's going to be a solid gain of about 3 or 4.
New running back in the game. These orange or red numbers on this grade.
A little tough to read, but we're trying.
We might have to just check over at the monitors next to us. It was number 23.
You're looking at Jack's right from Chinook, Washington. 6-foot running back, 180 pounds. That's a grown dude. I mean, 7th and 8th grader, that's a big guy. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Stand back in the shotgun. He's going to flip it out. Oh, my goodness. And he's brought down almost immediately in the backfield. Making a big play, Andrew Asaili from Baker, Washington. That play was going nowhere.
No, they tried to come on jet sweep, and he just said, I'm having none of that. And got penetration between the guard, from that defensive tackle spot, and just read it perfectly. And did a great job of making the tackle, wrapping up, and bringing him down. The coach for the Stars, he was super excited about his defensive line. I asked him, I said, well, you have a defensive lineman that's kind of standing out to you? And he goes, yes, all of them. I said, that's a good problem to have.
He said, take your pick.
Yeah, take your pick. That's a good problem to have when you got too many defensive line. Games won in the trenches.
Yes, it is. Stand back. Getting his guys set. Dongia to his left. He's going to fake the handoff. Stand back. Rolling out right. He's going to unleash, and this is going to be pass interference.
Yeah.
A beautiful throw there by Stanback.
On the run, yes.
Just let it loose, and they're going to take 15 yards. Not a spot penalty here in youth football.
Yeah, great job. Just a hair underthrown, but good grief. You're talking about a 14-year-old kid rolling out to his right, putting it on the money 30 yards downfield. That's a tough thing to do.
Yep.
And he just a hair underthrew, which in return allowed the receiver to come back to the ball. And when he did, he ran into the DB and got the pass interference. A big play there for Team Dream.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 55 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. 6-0, Dream with the ball and the lead.
See if you can't give Danya about a 5 or 6 yard carry right here. Get him right across midfield.
Stand back.
Play action.
Fakes it to Dongia. He's going deep down the field. He's got a man. Oh! He had the house call. He just didn't pick up in time.
Nope.
Unfortunate there. And man, I don't know if it was underthrown or if he just missed it or what, but a beautiful thrown ball from this angle, at least, by Dakota Stanback, and it's just going to chalking it up as an incompletion when it's all said and done.
Yeah, great play action right there. Did the play action there with Anya draw the linebackers. I think the DB looking in the backfield that time, and it just wasn't the right connection. Stanback threw a good ball, maybe just a hair inside. The receiver kind of drifted and floated to the outside. They just could not connect on a touchdown.
2nd and 10, Stanback. Dongia to his left. Going to send a man in motion. And they're going to fake it to him. They're going to flip it to Dongia. Dongia, he cuts left and then goes back right. Trying to make a man miss. He gets across midfield, and he's going to pick up 5. So looks like he was going to lose 5. Instead, he's going to pick up 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's all ability and talent right there. That was a very slow developing play. You can't have that, fake the motion, pitch the ball into the motion. And so it just slow developing. Defense did a great job of pursuing, getting to the ball. Then Donnie had to switch fields, go back across the field and get everything he could.
And they'll end up being a 3rd and 5 for Team Dream. Stanback, and that's going to be offsides.
It's going to be on the defense.
Oh, no. Team Dream take a timeout. I guess they did. It looked like it was going to be offsides. Nope, excuse me, it's the end of the quarter. So we're headed to the 2nd quarter, and Team Dream's got the ball, driving a little bit. They got 5 yards to go when we come back, 3rd and 5. Team Dream with the lead, 6-0.
So just going through the roster here during this break, number 54 I said number 74 earlier, the left tackle, but it's actually number 54.
All right, and we're back here for the 2nd quarter action. Stanback, Dongia to his left. And he drew the defense offside. There's no whistle blown. They're just going to let him play on.
Yeah, they both jumped.
Dakota, a little screen pass here to his man. He's got the first down, a little bit more up to the 35-yard line. They targeted him on the go route just a minute ago, and they finally connect with him. It's Deshaun Fed from Dooley County Academy in Georgia.
Yeah, just a little zero route, just a little screen route there. Just get the ball in your playmaker's hands. It doesn't have to be a big pass. That's a glorified run there. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands and get them out in space. But before we got cut off, we're talking about number 54, this left tackle, Josiah Noble.
Yes.
From Euless Trinity. The thing about Euless Trinity here, he's a 6'1", 280-pound offensive lineman. And the cool thing about Euless Trinity, they have a huge population of Somalians. And he is definitely a Somalian.
And handoff up the gut here, and that'll be good for about 4 or 5.
He makes me look good when I talk about him because he drove the defensive end about 15 yards down the field.
Yeah, Euless Trinity, very well known for polishing up and producing offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Just guys that are really just physical and can really play the game of football. Oh, wide open. It's going to be a touchdown. Dakota Stanback put it right on the money. Are you serious? And there's going to be, looking like a penalty flag. And I was not expecting that.
Your eyes cannot travel in the backfield.
Well, look at the replay here.
Yep.
We can.
No
we don't
replay.
have the replay. It's all good.
Yeah. So what happened is, the safety and the DB both bit on the screen pass, because the play before they hit him on a screen pass and they went out and blocked. Well, they run that same screen and it looks like the same screen pass, but instead it's a screen and go. They pump fake the screen, and the kid before went out to do the blocking. This time he just ran a go route and it was wide open for a touchdown.
Stand back, the read option to Dongia. Dongia trying to get the corner, he's not going to get it. So it's going to remain 12-0, Team Dream on top of Team Stars here.
Man, he looks like he had the corner on that, number 6. Number 6 on Team Stars. He's playing, I guess he's playing that outside linebacker or strong safety. He came flying out of nowhere.
Zachary Turner from Bird, Texas.
Yes, and had a great open field tackle there. That's the fundamentals you want to see. You want to see at an angle like that, getting your head across the body, getting your eyes up, seeing what you're hitting, and making a great open field tackle like that.
Good heads-up play by him, and he limits the damage to only 6. So 12-0 now, Team Dream. If you're Team Stars here, you don't want this game to get too out of hand. Let's see what they can do with the offense. And number 1, Timothy Wright out of Keller, Texas.
Team Stars has got to get a little bit of some momentum here, get it back on the offense. Try to be consistent. Try to get that consistency there, and get you a few plays in a row.
Little squib kick. Oh, and this is going to be returned. You better watch out. And that's probably the best way to bring him
for both
down.
of them. For both of them.
Yes. Number 77 on the return, Benjamin Martell from Kickamuit, Rhode Island.
Yeah, and there's the Israel neighbors from Washington on 5'10". DB from Washington playing on the kickoff. Just take his ankles out.
Yep.
That's all you can do on something like that.
Yeah, he'll run you smooth over.
Yep. And didn't land on him, and so it was the best way to get both of them.
So it's Team Dream with the ball. We've now broadcasted 3 Dream All-American games, and all 3 have been really, really close and really, really good. And I expect Team Stars' offense to come around here. Timothy Wright is checked out of the game. And there's going to be a penalty flag here.
It's number 13.
Yep. Peyton Hillman from Lakeland, Idaho. 6'1". And they will mark it back 5 after the penalty.
Yep, too many men on the field. They got 2 running backs. That means you can't have 4 receivers.
So 1st and 15. Hillman is going to hand it off up the gut, breaking it out towards the right side. Got a little bit of space. He's going to pick up all the yards that they just lost and a little bit more, gain of about 8. Number 44 for Team Dream, on the carry there. Team Stars. My apologies.
Yeah, trying to run a little misdirection and trying to get the running backs out in space a little bit on the outside stretch play.
Looks like it was Valentin Gomez-Ricks who made a good defensive play earlier. They got him toting the rock now. Yeah, guys playing out of position all day today. I mean, that's kind of what you do when you're in Pee Wee football. You play everywhere you can.
Now we got the 2x2 set.
Hillman,
running back.
Hillman with the running back to his right. Going to send a man in motion. They're going to fake it to him and hand it off up the gut. Oh, my goodness, getting a little shifty. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a yard in the process. That was number 26, Ian Holbert from Vonnie Mauger, New Jersey.
A lot of moving, a lot of cutting, but you still got to run north and south. You got to make that one cut and get up and get what you can. they tried to come back and fake that jet sweep to draw the linebackers and get the linebackers flowing and trying to hit that running back up underneath. But linebackers did a great job of not over pursuing there.
3rd and 8. Hillman getting his guys set. They need to convert here. He's going to take the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. He's being pressured, and he's going to go down. And I'm telling you what, the pass rush moves of this Team Dream defense have worked to perfection here so far.
Yeah, Team Dream, they're doing an excellent job defensively. Their defensive line is doing phenomenal, keeping the quarterback in the pocket, keeping everybody, keeping the pursuit there, not letting the quarterback gets out, and not giving him time to set up and make a throw. So right now, I would say Team Dream D-line is so far standing out the most to me.
It'll be 4th down and long, and they're going to boot this away, and it almost goes over the head of the punt returner. But Team Dream's going to have a play across the 50. He's going to be brought down at the opposing team's 46-yard line. And he's all jacked up after a good return.
There's a big age difference in some of these players. I'm just looking at number 9 running off the field.
Hey, shout out to number 9, who's playing for Team Stars today. I'm going to try to get that name.
He's down at the bottom.
Got a heart of a lion out there.
He did. I watched him the whole time. I mean, he was.
Cade Cunningham from Temecula, California.
5'1" DB. Going against some players that are 6'4", 6'5" out here. He definitely held his own. He was not afraid to run down there on the punt coverage.
Not at all. 7:41 left to go here in the first half, and whistle going to be blown here before Team Dream can take the snap. And it's going to be a timeout for Team Stars, so they'll talk it over.
Yeah. You got to make a stop or limit the points here. If you go down 3 scores right before halftime, I mean, you're going to put yourself in a big hole that you got to try to dig out of in the second half. So this is a huge defensive possession for the Team Stars here. See if they can get big old number 90 defensive end. Let him try to get in the backfield and try to put some pressure on the quarterback. Keep your running containment, your running lanes. Keep those. So that was another one of the players the coaches were excited about watching. So time for him, some of the D linemen and linebacker to step up and hold them here. Cannot let Team Stars score. I'm sorry, let Team Dream score.
Yeah, and you were saying Somalian earlier for our friend on the gray team. You mean Tongan? I just want to make sure that we.
Can you not call them Somalians?
I do not believe so. But they do the Tongan dance before every game. Trinity Christian makes great athletes, and shout out to him for coming out and playing today.
Yep,
Josiah Newble.
Yep, Euless Trinity's known for putting those types of linemen out.
And the handoff up the gut here.
So defensively, there you go. First big play there. First down, you allowed a yard. But now you got to come back and make another one. You got to have another stop right here. Another big defensive play. Got the crowd going a little bit into some defensive chants.
First down and 10. And dropping back, looking to pass. He's just going to take off, using his legs. He's going to pick up the first down a little bit more inside the 25 and knocked out at the 20-yard line. Number 1, Tony Kennedy Jr. from Highlands, Florida.
Yep.
Making a big play.
That's pretty good coverage downfield, and he had a bunch of green grass in front of him. He did a great job reading that, tucking it, and taking off. He got some wheels he can go.
Yes, he does.
Now it becomes ever more important defense stands up and make a stop. They got a quick whistle on these clocks here, so they're running these clocks, and there's no play clock in this game, so offense can really take as much time as they want. They're not really stuck to a 25-second or a 40-second play clock.
And he's going to drop back to pass again. He's going to take off once again, and he is.
There's number 90, big defensive end. Coaches were impressed with him starting the game. You know, that's one of the defense. Alvin Gomez is now he's got to step up and make another play. You got to keep Team Dream out in the end zone. Here comes our big Somalian Tonga friend.
He's had a couple of really key blocks here so far.
Yeah, definitely on the touchdown on the end zone play. Down there, he got behind the running back and just pushed him in, pushed the whole pile.
Tony Kennedy Jr. in the shotgun, going to take the snap. Going to look back to pass. He's got his running back in the flat, and he's going to be immediately dropped. It'll be 3rd down and long. A good tackle there from Team Stars, number 8, William Owens from Kansas.
Yeah, what I like about Kennedy there is, you know, he stayed up in the pocket. He got his eyes up, and he was looking downfield. He didn't see anything. Everything was covered. So instead of trying to force something, he just checked down to his running back, let his running back make a play and pick up a few yards. So huge 3rd down right here.
Kennedy Jr. in the shotgun, going to take the snap, going to pitch it out left. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down and a little bit more. Inside the 5 all the way to the 4. Wow, Phoenix Dongia. Now we'll check out the replay here.
Yeah, this is several times they've put the trips into it and ran to the trips to get you 3 lead blockers out there, and then you see they let the defensive end go. Noble let the defensive end go and just got downfield and just started lead blocking for his running back. Goal line stand. You calling it?
Yeah, we got it. Let's do it.
So now we got Tripp set into the wide side of the field with the running back on the same side. See if they don't do a little pitch out here.
Kennedy Jr. off the right side, trying to get into the end zone, and he will. Touchdown, Team Dream. They have dominated so far here in this first half. 3-possession game now.
Yeah, you know, and Team Dream's doing a good job of running into the trips. You know, they set trips into the wide side of the field, and the running back is on the same side of the trip, so you know the play's coming that way. And instead of doing a pitch, they just did a quarterback lead because now you've got 3 blockers out there. Now you got your offensive tackle hooking the defensive end, and your linebackers fitting right off that and trying to pick up any pursuit from the inside. And when they do that, they have a really great scheme there and allowing the quarterback to score a touchdown.
And a 2-point conversion here, and it's good. It'll extend the lead to 20-0. A beautiful throw by Kennedy Jr. there. Tony Kennedy Jr. from Highlands, Florida. And the lead is up to 20 with 3:38 left to go.
Man, that is a great find. So you had a 2-by-2 there. Everybody's running post route slants. Inside receivers are running more of a slant, just kind of running that double slant, double post there to see which one would pop open. And he got right underneath the linebacker, and Kennedy Jr. put that on the money because that was in traffic. He had a tight window to fit the ball in, and he put it right on the money. Probably the most impressive throw of the day so far.
Yes, it was, and he's got the tee. I think he might be kicking this thing as well.
Yeah, he's been kicking off today. So far, he's held his own kicking, but he put that ball on the spot.
Kennedy Jr., little squib kick. It'll bounce at the star, and it goes off of a Team Stars member. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to be brought down. So
You don't have to be good. You just have to be efficient.
it was Holton Westbrook from Red Oak, North Carolina, who was one of the Dwayne Drumgold award winners last night at the banquet.
Yeah, when you kick it like that, and you kick in the ball and kick the top of it, and you get that big bounce up in the air, and then you expect an offensive lineman to try to go and recover that and field the ball. It's just tough to do.
First and 10 for Timothy Wright. He's going to go deep down the field here. He's got his man. He caught it. Penalty flag on the field as well. This might be declined.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a play. The penalty is declined, so it was against the defense. It was pass interference, and he caught it anyway.
Yeah, that was unbelievable hand fighting there. Both of them were hand fighting, going down the field, let them play a little bit, and the number 6 from Team Stars just did a great job of fighting the ball and coming back to the ball and making that catch. I think he's from Byrd Middle School, which is in Duncanville, Texas. And that's another school that across the country definitely have heard of Duncanville, Texas. They're always one of the top 5 teams in the country. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Timothy Wright. He's going to pitch it out to the right. We lost about 3. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, when you got players like that looks like a 14-year-old Division I athlete out there. That's why Duncanville's always in the top 5 of the country. He's going to be a phenomenal player. Trevor Floyd. No, I'm sorry. That's the blue team.
The first and 15. And a high snap here. Timothy Wright's going to try and get on the ball, and he's able to. So they're able to retain possession, but that was a very, very high snap there. And this one's going to be second and a quarter mile. They were already backed up. It was first and 15. Wright unable to field the snap.
Yeah, it looks like it just got away from the center and just sailed on him a little bit and went over Wright's head. But Wright, so head up play instead of trying to pick it up and make something happen, just fall on it and keep possession of the ball. I'd go back at number 6 right here and try to pick up another big play or get you another pass interference.
Timothy Wright. He's going to unload deep down the field. He's got a cannon for an arm, and that one is fallen incomplete. And there's a penalty flag, roughing the passer. So that'll be interesting. That'll be an automatic first down, I believe.
That'll pick you up first down, 15 yards, an automatic first down. I didn't see the penalty. I was looking downfield at the ball, trying to go find number 6 there from Duncanville. So here we go, Team Stars is staying alive. I mean, they're keeping fight. You go down here and make this 2 possessions. You're right back in this game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. They're going to send a man in motion, and penalty flag will fly here.
Yeah, I think it was left guard rocking a little bit. Hang in there. Team Stars, I mean, when they get a couple things going, they have a mishap, miscommunication, a false start. That puts them back behind the chain. So just get a little bit more consistency for the team stars, and then get right back in this game.
It'll be 1st and 15 now. A lot of penalties on this drive. Some against the team dream, some against the Stars. Wright's going to take the snap. He's got some work to do. Down 20. Minute and 14 left. He's going to fling it out to the left, and he's got his man. Breaking a couple of tackles. Getting loose. 35-20. Staying in bounds. 25-20. And picking up the first down is number 3 for Team Dream. I'll work on getting that number out for us. That's Maxwell Garfield from Herschel Jones, Georgia.
Yep. Get the ball to your playmakers in space and let them go. Whew. He made a few guys miss, turned on the jets, and picked up a big first down.
First and 10. And he's going to unload towards the end zone, and that one's just going to be out of reach. Nobody could have got to that one.
Yeah, running that smash route where they had number 6 there from Team Stars running that curl route, and the inside receiver, number 89, tried to run that smash route, which is a corner, people called a flag. Just ball was just a hair overthrown on it, so trying to see if they can't go to the back of the end zone. I like it. I like taking the shot right there at the end zone because you're allowing to soften up the defense a little bit. So now you come back and try to pick you up 5 or 6 yards, get out of bounds, save some of the clock.
Timothy Wright on 2nd and 10. He's going to unleash towards the end zone. He went up and got it. Touchdown, Team Stars. Maxwell Garfield, the product from Georgia.
Wow.
Went up and got that one.
That's all I can say is wow. He went up, over, around, whatever you want to call it, and got that ball.
You look at the replay here. He just went up in a high point in the football.
Yes. Came down with it. That was a heck of a throw. Great catch. So here we go. Team Stars got some. You get this 2-point conversion right here, and you're back in this. Keeping some life.
Two-point conversion is good.
Dang, what a grab.
What a snag. I would tell you who it is, but you already know who it is. Maxwell Garfield, the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. All of a sudden, we got a 12-point game.
Yeah, just try to bring him on the inside. A rub route, rub him, and the rub actually didn't work, but that was what it was designed to do. And whew, way to go, fully extend out and get that ball. The ball was just a hair not overthrown, but a hair. Just led him too far, and man, Garfield went out and just made an excellent catch. So what do? Kick it deep?
I say you just got to boot this thing deep.
And hold them?
And just hold them.
Try to do something. Well, if Team Dream doesn't get lined up correctly, I'd be kicking all inside right here. But yeah, you try to onside it, try to get the ball back right before half to make it a real good game. So
50 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
Or you just kick it deep and hope your defense can hold.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. But we also are kicking from the 35-yard line, which is NFL only. We should be kicking off from the 40. Well, Team Dream does have the hand teams out there. Maybe expecting one.
And instead it's going to be kicked deep. And a good return here. He's got a little bit of space and a good tackle there by Team Stars. A late penalty flag comes in here. We'll see who that's on.
Yeah. Well, we only got 3 officials here today, so the back judge is back here, threw the flag all the way up.
That'll be a holding call on Team Dream.
I didn't see the flag, but that'll back them up 10 yards. All right, so Team Stars, your defense had better start. Your defense is better start. Hold them up right now. Do not let Team Dream. They've got one timeout. Don't let them drive down the field and put up a cheap score right here. Hold them out of the end zone.
You can see Josiah Newble, the Euless product, checking back into the huddle. And there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Yeah, we're giving the hometown kids some love, but he's so physically dominant. He is so impressive as a 14-year-old. Yeah, Team Stars call timeout. They need to be getting the safeties, getting the DBs, and hey, keep everything in front of you. Don't let anything get behind you. Keep everything in front of you. If they do make a catch, just tackle. Don't let anything get behind you. Don't let anything cheap score right here. And then you go in at halftime, readjust a little bit, make a few adjustments, and then you're right back in this game.
So 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for Team Dream. Trying to get something going with 41 seconds. They got a 12-point lead. See what they can do here. Some baseball music going on. Shout out to the DJ. 1st and 10. Snap is taken. Unloading deep down the field. He's got his man. Oh, it's caught! Oh! I thought it was intercepted at first. 15, 10, 5. He's going to take it to the crib. Wow. I said kick it deep, but he just proved me wrong. Are you serious right now? What a play.
How did
you look at the replay here, and I am shocked that he got to that football.
Yeah, number 6 from Stars went up. Did it go through his hands?
It might have.
The kid from Duncanville, Texas?
What a snag.
Playing free safety because I mean, we just talked about don't let anything get behind you. And if you have safety help, DB, you can't get burned like that. You got to play behind him. And it looked like the ball just went right through number 6 hands from Team Stars. And then number 6, Deshaun Fed from the Georgia, he just went up and caught it and got the ball. Wow. What a huge turn of events.
What a play by Mr. Fed. 27 seconds left to go. Handoff up the gut here for the 2-point conversion. I think he reached the ball over, and he did. What a smart heads-up play, and the lead is back to 20. So just when he thinks Stars makes a play to get back in this thing, Team Dream comes right back and throws another punch.
Yep. Just Scott, come on, Team Stars. You got the ability to get back in this game, but you got to have a few stops here and there. Cannot give up that big play like that. And I get it. I get Team Stars, what they were doing, putting their best player back to that free safety. And you got to remember, these are 13, 14-year-old kids. They're still kids. They're still growing. They're still figuring football out. All of them got a huge, bright future in front of you. But, it's a good teaching moment. It's a absolutely great teaching moment for the coaches to tell these kids.
Yes, it is. So 27 seconds left to go here in this first half, excuse me. It'll be Tony Kennedy Jr. kicking off for Team Dream, who's put up, this might be a record for points in the first half with 28.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think both teams are sharing the tee, so we got to get the tee out on. Here comes the tee flying in on the field.
I would say to kick this deep and just let it go, but I said that, and then
I'm not kicking it to number 3. I know that's
Sean
for
Fed
yeah.
proved me wrong.
Woo!
And
There's a
that is
boomer.
booming kick. That's going to be a touchback. No, it's going to land at
Oh,
the
it
1.
di-
Would have been a great punt. Instead, it's going to be returned. Oh, what a big hit. It was number 3 on the return, Maxwell Garfield, and he was absolutely leveled at about the 13-yard line.
Is that number 7? It's yeah, it has to be number 7. 1's the quarterback. Brody Botch from Washington. So, all-star game down by 20 points. I mean, you got one timeout, 21 seconds, and you got number 3 and 6 at your wide receiver. You got Garfield out there. Take a couple shots right here. Take a couple shots and let them go and see what they can do.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line. It'll be Timothy Wright at the quarterback position, and he's going to hand it off up the gut here. And this one will probably be at halftime.
Yep.
They're going to let the clock roll. And Team Stars is headed into the half down 20 after giving up a big touchdown play to Deshaun Fed of Dooley County Academy. That's the end of the first half here at AT&T Stadium. Your score, Team Dream 28, Team Stars 8. We'll be back in about 15. All right, we're back here at AT&T Stadium for second half action for you. Hunter Pierce alongside Cody Martindale and Team Dream, Team Stars. Team Dream, 20-point lead going into halftime, 28-8. So it'll be an interesting second half. Hopefully, Team Stars can get back in this thing.
Yeah, that's what I was, going through and looking at the notes and going through everything from the first half. The Team Stars have to make some stops. They just have to make stops right off the gate. If Team Dream comes out and puts a few more points on the board, then it's going to be really, really hard for them to come back and come back in this game. So this first possession right out of the box is so super, super important.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you, and you're right. It starts with a stop. That comes first, and then you just slowly start building it up. It would be easier if you had your the ball first to your offense, but unfortunately you don't, and your defense got to come up and make a big stop, and we'll see if they can do just that.
Yeah, we'll see the coaches sit down and make a few adjustments, see if they can't change a few things up and get ready to go. So looks like Team Stars is making their way back on the field. Don't know if they had a little confusion or a little something at halftime or what we had going on, but they're all coming out with their bags and everything. So give them a second to get their gear and everything situated and get ready to go. But we'll see. We'll see if Phoenix here just takes over this second half. Just if Team Dream will just keep the ball on the ground, keep pounding him, wearing the defense is down. And I see him all standing on the sideline, coach talking to him, patting his back, saying, "Get ready, you're fixing to tote a rock this whole second half, and just and see if you can't wear them out." And then come back with a couple play action passes. They've done a great job. Team Dream has of using him for play action. That's how they've scored a couple touchdowns and hit a big play.
Yeah, Phoenix Dongia has toted the rock really well so far in the first half. And, it's easy when they got guys to run behind. We've pointed out Josiah Newell from Euless and other offensive linemen. You got Tommy Lewis from Montana, Carter Mathis from Banks County, Georgia, Noah Duran from South Dakota. You got guys from all over, and all these guys are making a big difference on the front line.
Yeah, absolutely. The Team Stars D-line has got to step up.
And the kickoff here is going to bounce the 30 and going to be returned. Got a little bit of space. Little opening there. Is going to get across the 50.
Oh, he stayed on his feet.
I don't know how he stayed on his feet, but he's across the 50, 40, 35, 30 at the 25 and inside the 20-yard line. What a return. The number 11, Javen Smith from Tres Volcanes community in New Mexico. Woo. Wow.
What a return. Got sideline, hit the crease, got inside of the wall a little bit. Kind of broke down on him, so what he did, just turn it around and see you later.
That play took 21 seconds off of this clock already. 11:39 left to go. A big return there for Team Dream, and that's not ideal if you're Team Stars.
No, you were hoping Team Stars come out and make a big stop right here. So see the defensive line of Team Stars have got to step up and make a stop right here.
We'll see if they can do just that.
Give Phoenix the ball.
Dakota Standback. They give it to Phoenix. Phoenix putting some spin moves on at the 10-yard line, and that's where he will be brought down. Dog pile ensuing there.
I mean, that's all you have to do, Team Dream, with that open return is give him the ball 3 or 4 times, and punch it in and really bust this game open. But, here, don't get over fancy. Don't get too cute. You don't have to do anything crazy. The offensive line's getting a good push so far. I'm handing him the ball another 2-3 times.
Might as well. So Dongia has ran the ball really well here in this one. Just under 11 minutes in the third quarter, and it's Stanback in the shotgun. Dongia to his left. Stanback's going to drop back to pass. Going to unload to Dongia, just overthrew him. It's a tough play. It's a tough ball to throw.
Yeah, and Dongia's running sideways. Maybe not his true comfort running sideways out. If he wouldn't have worked up so much upfield, if he would just work more out into the flats area where Stanback could have found him. Could have found him out in the flats, and then he would have had a chance to catch, turn upfield, and punch it in.
3rd and 4 from the 10-yard line. Stanback with Dongia to his right. He takes the snap. They're going to pitch it out to Dongia. He's going to have the first down. A little bit more going towards the end zone. He's going to be brought down to the 3. So gain of 7.
Yeah, see,
and a first down.
That was a little quicker developing play. You know, they just get the ball to him immediately, get him out around the edges, had the offensive tackle, had people downfield blocking for him. But good job here from the team stars is number 9, the DB. Way to step up, keep it outside, containment, force him back inside, and you saved a touchdown.
So 1st and goal here. Stanback in the shotgun. Going to move Dongia over to the right.
Okay.
If I was a betting man, I would bet Dongia is going to get the football right here.
Yeah.
Stanback. He's going to give it to Dongia. Dongia, touchdown.
Okay, that time, Team Dreams, offense coordinator did a very excellent job. Okay, so that time they set the trips into it, and then they set Dongia on the same side of the trips. That has always been a run to the trip side, quarterback lead to the trip side. This time they come back and run a GT away from the trips, and he was wide open because the defense had shifted over to the trip side. So right now, Team Dreams, OC, and Stanback and Dongia, they've got it rolling.
Yes, they do. Stanback once again in the shotgun. Once again, it's a fake to Dongia, actually, and a fade route here. Oh, my goodness, that would have been incredible. It'll fall incomplete. And it's going to be 34-8. So Team Dream able to put 6 on the board. Team Stars trying to crawl back into this one, but it's going to be hard to do staring a 26-point deficit right in the face.
Yeah, that last ball right there by Stanback, it was just a hair too far. Just let him a little bit too far out of the corner of the end zone. Maybe a Michael Irvin, former wide receiver for this organization, for the Dallas Cowboys, might have came down with that one, but just a little high and a little too far.
So kicking off is Tony Kennedy Jr. And 46 left to go here in this third quarter. Junior set to go. And his kick is a little squibbler right down the middle, going out towards the numbers. It's bobbled for a second, but returned for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards. And that's where Team Stars will take over. So now if you're Team Stars, you got nothing to lose. Just go all out here.
Well, you got these 2 receivers, number 6 and number 3. Get them the ball. Spread it around the yard. I mean, you're down at this point. All you have to do is, gonna have to have some quick touchdowns. So I would definitely be looking at those 2.
1st and 10. Timothy Wright. He's
going
to unload. There he goes. He's got 1 man to beat. He's going to beat him. 45-40, 30, 20, 10. He going to take it to the crib. Touchdown, Team Stars.
Man, I just told you know, just said a couple of quick touchdowns like that. I mean, these guys, if they could just connect and get right back in that game because of that ability from number 3 and number 6, they are so explosive.
Yeah, and you look at him here. He had one man to beat, and he beat him, and it was all a foot race from there. And Maxwell Garfield from Herschel Jones, Georgia, took the distance.
Yeah, and I mean, he separated himself from the safety that was playing deep. The safety was playing deep, worried about that. And safety had the angle on him, and he still outran him. So impressive.
Two-point conversion. Timothy Wright, little fade route. Oh my! Oh, I thought he caught it.
Yeah,
I thought he caught it.
he did. He went one hand up like Odell Beckham. He thought he was going to come down with it, but he drew it into pass interference. So move it up to the 1.5 and try it again.
I thought he caught it. I thought we were about to have the Dream All-American Bowl play of the century. Of the decade. And instead, it'll be a replay of the two-point conversion, this time from the 1-yard line. We'll see if they elect to run here. Timothy Wright in the shotgun. Right. He's going to go right back to the fade route. And that pass is going to be incomplete. There's no flag this time. They're looking on the outside. Yep. Looks like they were looking for number 6, Zachary Turner at Bird Middle School.
It's unbelievable. These kids are in middle school out here making these types of plays. And some of these will definitely be, incoming freshmen at their high school. But can you imagine some of these lining up and playing some of these players last year as 7th and 8th graders? It's unreal. All right, so here we go. We're right back to where we were. Can Team Stars make a stop? They've got to make a stop. They're going to have to slow down Phoenix. They're going to have to slow down their.
Well, that's not an easy task.
No. Their star and Fed. They're going to have to slow down Fed a little bit. Put a corner and put safety help over him. You're going to have to keep your linebackers in and watching Phoenix.
Kick is booted away. It'll bounce at the 29-yard line, and a little bit of trouble on the return here, but finally getting a handle of it. He's got a little bit of space, breaking through across midfield. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to beat him. Touchdown. Oh my gosh, just when you think Team Stars might be crawling back into this thing. On the return.
Wow.
See if we got a replay here.
He did. I mean, he just hit the hole. Look at that crease right there. Hit that crease, break one tackle, and just turn on the jets and go.
Wow. Tony Pollard-esque return right there.
Great
for number
return.
18, Oliver Martinez from Stevens, Washington.
Great return.
It's a high-scoring game, Cody.
I'm about to say we might turn this into a track meet pretty quick. Because you're going to put the ball right back into number 1, 3, and 6's hands. You're going to put it right back into Garfield's hands and see what they can do. Let Rod have at it. Let Rod have a few chances here.
Stand back. On the pitch out. You already know who it's going to. It's Dongia, and Dongia can't get there.
That was a better job by the defensive line pursuing, When the ball goes outside like that, you teach your defensive line, hey, y'all run down the line of scrimmage. Hopefully you get it turned back into you, and that's exactly what happened there. So much better job there by Team Stars. Now we're going to see they can respond.
Oliver Martinez, the big return, took it all the way from pretty close to the 20-yard line. And took it the distance, dang near 80 yards. As you look at Dongia here and his quarterback Stanback walking off the field right now and just talking it over about how they could have converted that extra point, that 2-point conversion here. Always trying to get better. But 8:54 left to go here in the third quarter.
Yep, get you a good return, get yourself put in, have decent field position, and let Garfield have at it again.
Most definitely. Kennedy Jr. to kick off for what feels like the 10th time today. And it'll drop at the 21-yard line, and it'll be picked up by Team Stars, and he'll get it out close to the 30-yard line. Look and see a number on the return there. Couldn't quite get it. But solid return there for that young man. 8:34 and ticking. I mean, if your Team Stars right here, just answer right back.
Right.
See what you got. Back and forth.
Yep.
3 straight touchdowns.
Take these punches. Have Mike Tyson's, chin. Take these punches and just roll.
Yep.
Just keep throwing back, keep punching back is all you can do. Here comes number 9 out on the field. He's my favorite.
1st and 10 for Team Stars. It'll be Peyton Hillman from Lakeland, Idaho in the game now. He'll send a man in motion. He'll pitch it to him. Nice little juke move, trying to get the outside. He'll get across the 35 and pushed out of bounds around the 37, 38-yard line. Number 8, William Owens from Chisholm, Kansas.
Yeah, he's pretty thick, pretty big guy. I mean, for this age and with that type of speed and move, he has a bright future ahead of him.
And another run here up the gut for Team Stars. They're going to pick up another yard, so it will be 3rd down and 2. So the 2nd and 3 play, they're unable to pick up the 1st down to relieve a little bit of pressure, and it'll be 3rd down again.
Yeah, look for another misdirection or some type of underneath and number 8. One of those plays again that can pick up a few yards to get you another 1st down. Just keep these chains moving.
Taking the snap, and that one's going to go, well, just short. It was Hillman who couldn't connect with his man, the wide receiver Hunter Stewart from Lakeland, Idaho. They got a connection there, and both go to the same middle school, and he was looking for him, but unable to get him. It's 4th down and 2, and obviously you're down 26 at this point with just over 19 minutes left to go in this game. You got to go for it.
Right. Yeah, both those 2 yellow helmets out there on the field.
Hillman, he's in the shotgun. Looks to his right, looks to his left. Going to take the snap. Under a little bit of pressure. He's going to step up and he gets sacked. Flying in there and making a big play for Team Dream. He's all hyped up. I believe that's number 48. If I'm correct. Hard to see the numbers up here. We're pretty high up here at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, the thing about it is you just have with these defensive line from Team Dream has been playing very well, and when you have these longer pass plays on short yardage, it takes longer to develop. It gives your offensive line have to block a hair longer. So here we go, get everybody on the field.
And when they do, it will be a gain of a few yards. We'll give them about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
There's Team Stars defensive line. I mean, they were all excited about number 90 defensive end and their defensive lineman. And come on, guys, you got to step up and make a play right here. They got number 60. Number 60, he's a big old boy playing defensive tackle for Team Stars.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 32-yard line. Dream with the ball and a big lead. Tony Kennedy Jr. in at quarterback is going to look to pass here under a lot of pressure. Delivers it right over the middle of the field. It's caught for a 1st down. Connected with his man Oliver Martinez, who had that long touchdown off the kick return.
Yeah, watch him just lined up in the slot there. Everybody's running deep, and he just cuts it right off the post, little skinny post there, and great ball. That's right. Kennedy's second time to put a really nice touch on that post.
It'll be 1st and 10. Going to look towards the pylon, and that one falls just incomplete. Kennedy Jr.'s pass. Unable to be completed. Looking for the little fade route.
Yeah, just a hair too far out of bounds. Maybe just a little taller receiver or something, nice over the shoulder catch. And that's what you want from that type of situation. You want to throw it where either the receiver catches it or nobody catches it.
Exactly.
So, it's just a little bit more touch on the ball.
And the fade route might be the hardest route to throw in football. Got to make sure it's not too much on it, but you got to make sure it's placed perfectly. Kennedy Jr. dropping back to pass.
There you go.
And he is going to launch it into the end zone. Touchdown.
What a catch.
Oh, my goodness. The little toe tap. Tony toe tap in the end zone. And Dream just keeps extending the lead.
Kennedy had a lot of real estate in front of him. I thought he might tuck that and run. But he just stayed there, found the open receiver. Man, he put that ball on the money.
Brody Bocek out of Richland Bombers, Washington. 5'11" wide receiver hauled that one in with the little toe tap on the sideline.
I think that would have been good in the NFL. I think he got both.
Oh, yeah, he did.
The running back set into the trips. We're going to come back with the GT, or we're going to get him out front.
Jefferson running up the gut, and it's going to be good. 2-point conversion is good. The lead is extended. Now it's 48-14.
Yeah, that's what we've seen as the running backs set into the trips. We've seen, running back sweep to the outside. We've seen a GT back away, and then we've seen that quarterback lead where, you got all your blockers out front. Quarterback, he did a good job. Kennedy there just finding the open lane, open hole, and just hitting it and punching it in. So still very, very impressed with Team Dream's offense and, their design and the way they're setting up and running things.
And Coach Evans, the head coach of this Team Dream offense, I got to give it to him. The guys up front are just making plays. They're moving people out the way, and they're really winning the game for them down in the trenches.
Well, absolutely, that's where it always starts, and that's what we've got to get these kids to realize. It's okay to be an offensive lineman. Look at NFL drafts. Year in and year out, left tackles go number one.
As this one bounces at the 20-yard line, slipping and picking up the ball, trying to get the outside. He's got a little bit of speed. He's across the 50. He's going to push it back. Oh, and he gets leveled at the 42-yard line, but a solid little return there for Deshaun Fedd out of Dooley County at Georgia.
Yep. kind of spun him up at number 7 here from Team Dream, Brody Bocek from Washington. I think that's his second hard hit on kickoff. That's his second big hit of the day.
And Bocek's coming with the pop. So it will be 1st and 10 for Team Stars. Trying to get something going here. Once again, it's Hillman in the backfield. He's going to take the snap and he's going to deliver a ball to his middle school teammate, Hunter Seward, but he was unable to haul it in. Helmet comes off. Now that player's got to come off.
Come off for a play, readjust his helmet. But that's great defense covered there. Looked like he put it in the pocket, put it in a good location for him to catch the ball. His teammate just couldn't come down with it.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock will continue to roll here. Ball at the 42-yard line. Hillman in the shotgun. And he's going to hand it off. A little misdirection there. That'll work. That'll pick up the 1st down and a little bit more.
Nice little juke there to make that first defender miss.
Valentin Gomez-Ricks on the carry there. He's had a couple of great carries today, and he's got a 1st down.
He just made the first guy miss. And he did, and he made that one cut, one plant, and go. Head north and south.
With 3:20 left. And handoff up the middle again to Gomez-Ricks, and he's got another 6 or 7 yards. So he's fighting hard for the yardage that he's getting, and he's got the Stars offense rolling a little bit.
Yeah, he does. Maybe they found something there. Maybe, Team Stars O-line starting to get a good push, getting later in the game. Defense linemen are getting wore down. Team Stars keep pushing. Keep pushing on those big defensive linemen. It's opening up a little bit on the inside.
2nd down and 3. Hillman under a lot of pressure. He's going to unload it, and looked like it was completed, but it hit the ground first. Incomplete.
Yeah, he got a little pressure from the outside, and as he's rolling, just didn't set his feet and get a good, good passing lane there. So the ball kind of went a little short on him and hit the ground. So 2 downs to pick up 4 yards. You got several different things. You got a couple. You can run the ball here. You can, throw it here and come back to a run. You got several different options here with 2 downs to pick up these 4 yards.
3rd down and 4. Under a lot of pressure. Hillman evades a tackler. He looked like he was going to take off a run. He finds a man wide open across the field. It's Valentin Gomez-Ricks. And he's got a 1st down for Team Stars inside the 10.
Man, great job. Great job right there as he everybody went on the scramble drill. Look at the scramble drill. When you start scrambling, you got to start working back across the field to get to your quarterback. And Ricks did a great job there coming back across the middle. Excellent job by the quarterback keeping his eyes up, looking downfield, and finding him.
Hillman in the shotgun, running back to his right. And he's going to hand it off to Gomez-Ricks. Ricks breaking a tackle. Breaking down at the 5-yard line, and he's going to be brought down at the 4.
Yeah, he had a huge hole there. Team Stars O-line is starting to get a little bit of a push there. And I saw Team Dream, subbing out their defensive line. So Stars keep pushing on those big defensive linemen and keep opening up these running lanes and punching in right here.
Just over 1 minute left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Hand off to Gomez-Ricks again. He's going nowhere. So it'll be 3rd down and goal.
That time, Team Dream won in the trenches and held them out. Now you got 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7. Now you can try to rub some type of rub route, some type of route where, the receivers are switching areas. One runs a post, one runs it out, and try to free up some receiver here. I hope they throw it to number 9.
He's a beast. We'll see if they elect to give it to him. Hillman. He's going to hand it off again to Valentin Gomez. Ricks, touchdown.
Nice.
They keep pounding it with the bruiser back. Gomez Ricks. And the gamble pays off. Touchdown, Team Stars with 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Wow, it's just a two-back gun, and nothing fancy. It was just zone blocking, big on big up front. And Team Stars O-line won that battle.
So 4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. They strike first. Hillman is just going to take this himself and punch it in. 48-22 now.
Yeah, sometimes just chaos of a play. Sometimes those work out for the best for you. It was a low snap, fumble snap. Time he picked it up, looked it up. Everybody was already spread out. Everybody was already gone. Hey, just pick that running lane and go. Two impressive plays. By Hillman. He does a good job of, keeping his eyes up and keeping his eyes down the field, and not really forcing anything. And he kept his eyes up, found his tight end scrambling or his running back scrambling back across the field. Low snap, balls on the ground, keep his eyes up. Saw his open running lane. So Hillman's had a great drive there. A lot of good stuff he's seen out of him a lot, and does a great job of keeping his eyes downfield.
Yes, he does. So 4 seconds left to go. This will probably run off on the kickoff.
Yeah, I don't think I'd kick it deep to these guys.
No. I'm probably...
Can we pooch it? Well, Team Stars has got to get enough players on the field.
Probably kicking this. Probably trying to squid this if possible.
All right, now we got 11. And we got a timeout.
And there will be a timeout on the field. We'll see if there's a runoff of this last 4 seconds.
Maybe they're going to try to scheme up this onside kick.
Dream just scored 22 points in the third quarter, so Stars could probably do the same thing.
Right. You got to make some stops.
This game is not over.
No, it's not over. Team Stars has got to have some stops. Got to have that consistent offensive drive like we just saw. We get more of those, and hey, we're right back. You're right back into this game.
And if I'm Team Stars, if I'm Team Dream, I am trying to bleed out this clock as long as I can.
Yep. Make
sure you get that victory secured. You have a 26-point lead going into the fourth quarter, so it would almost have to take a miraculous 28-3 type comeback.
Right, and with Phoenix Danya, the way he's been running the ball, and come back and then you hit a play action to Deshaun Fed. That's how you're going to score on a big play.
A booming kick here. They're going to kick it deep. It's fielded about the 26-yard line. Uh-oh. It's the quarterback. Oh, my gosh. How'd he stay on his feet? Tony Kennedy Jr. from Highlands, Florida. Gets out across the 50-yard line.
And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter.
So there was no runoff. Instead, you got Team Dream holding up the threes. Or the fours, excuse me. I don't know why they would be throwing up the threes. That was their quarter, though, so they might as well be throwing up the threes. They just put up a 22 spot.
Yeah. When you're playing that well, in the quarter they just did put up all those many points, then I'd hold up a number 3 too, saying you're going to repeat it.
Exactly. And here's the replay on the kickoff. Kennedy Jr. able to evade a lot of tacklers here. He looked like he was going to get out of that one, but there was the cleanup crew.
Yeah, and the kicker. The kicker and the quarterback. Hillman on the tackle there just grabbed his jersey and held on and waited till his teammates got there to help out. But just because of the situation being just because of the situation and everything going on. I mean, you got Phoenix, Sedania, you can run a couple times with. And you can play action pass to the Sean Fed. You can play action to Fed, and you know that's how you're going to move the ball. I say that, and they probably come out and do something completely different. Yeah, because
exactly wrong.
Yeah, because Fed's not even in. I mean, because Phoenix Tanya's not even in the game. And you got to give everybody a chance.
They're going to pitch it out left. Oh, my goodness. Immediately tackled in the backfield. Making a big play for Team Stars. That's what they need. Alvin Gomez from Soler Collegiate Charter in New Mexico coming through and making a big play.
Yep, there he is. You know, he's had a few plays there. Finally making that big play. Now, come on, we got to make another big play.
What you got to do here if you're Team Stars. Keep trucking. Keep trying to make the plays. You got 11 minutes. Anything's possible. Second and 15.
Well, everybody jumps.
They're going to
everybody
draw
moves.
them off sides.
Yep. Back them up another 5 yards.
Well, yeah. They're going to say it was a false start.
By the slot receiver down here. These officials, I mean, he's been quick all day, setting the ball, running the clock. With no play clock, you know, is anybody really keeping up with 25 second?
Team Dream trying to get something going here. Dropping back to pass, and he's going to throw this one into the dirt.
Yep.
Looks as if it's Brock Gaylor from Willis Jepson, California.
You know, looked downfield, didn't see anything, and just had to check down his undercover route. You know, they just couldn't make that connection. I'm going to find number 6.
That's the plan if you're Team Dream.
And he's on the sideline. You know, they do a great job of getting all players in and giving them potential and playing
Yes, they
time.
do. Gaylor dropping back to pass. He's going to unload towards the middle, almost intercepted. Out there lurking was number 6 for Team Stars, Zachary Turner, Bird Middle School out here at DFW.
Yeah, it was the right read. I mean, he saw him come open across the middle. You know, once again, just couldn't make the connection. The ball was just a hair underthrown. But that's the stop Team Stars finally needed and finally got. So we'll see if old Turner can get a big return on it.
So 4th down and long. Dream's going to have to punt this away. And, you know, Dream has been able to milk some of this clock out. So that drive took about 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
And the clock's still running on an incomplete pass. But, you know, most of these kids out here, they're used to playing 6-minute quarters, and then they bumped up to 8-minute quarters.
Yep. And this punt is bobbled, but it's going to be returned here by Turner, and Turner lost the football, and they're going to say he was down first.
Right.
So Turner bobbled the punt and was able to fall back on it. It got away from him, got all the way inside the 10, and was able to bring it out to about the 11.
See if Team Stars doesn't come out and have Garfield and Turner on the field at the same time. If they can't open this up and hit a couple of big plays here. They haven't been on the field together for a while.
Got a tour group right next to us.
Yeah.
Say hello.
So there's been a lot of tour groups and a lot of things going on today.
1st and 10 from the 11 for Team Stars.
There's
Timothy
Garfield.
Wright. Right. Under a lot of pressure. Watch out. He might get a safety, and this one's batted down.
That was probably not a bad thing that happened because Garfield was covered downfield and he was scrambling, trying to throw it off his back leg, and that's always not a good recipe. So when it got batted down, that's probably a good thing.
I would agree with you. 2nd and 10 from the 11. We're going to roll the clock now. Right, a man to his left, takes the snap. Going to unload deep down the field. Nobody's home.
Wow.
That was a great throw, though.
That was an excellent.
About a 35-yard throw.
That was an excellent ball, but somewhere the communication failed. Was Garfield supposed to go deep, or was he supposed to set it down? And Wright didn't get the memo, so they were definitely not on the same page there. But it was an excellent thrown pass.
It'll be 3rd down and 10. 7:35 left to go. He's going to unload. He's got his man at the 25-yard line. He's pushed out to 30. A beautiful throw there by Timothy Wright. It was not a traditional route, but a beautiful catch by Coven Burke from Washington. Team Stars is moving the ball.
Yeah, that was a great pitch and catch there. I mean, just, number 11 there, Burke, he ran across the field, came across the field, and Wright hit him on the stride, hit him in motion, moved the chains.
1st and 10 at the 31 now. Right, he waits for his offensive lineman to get in the game. And Wright's going to take a 3-step drop. And he's under a lot of pressure. He's just going to have to go down.
Yeah, he didn't have much.
Going out to his left, you're exactly right. He had nothing.
He had no time there to throw. Didn't have an opportunity to get his eyes up and see what's downfield, and just had to sit down. All right, now, game's won in trenches, right? Team Dream's defensive line has won that one. Now we'll see if Team Stars O-line can't come back and get a little push on them and get the ball moving downfield. And you got to look for Garfield or Turner.
You're exactly right. The game is one in the trenches, and Team Dream has dominated so far. But Team Stars has had a couple of great plays, though. Don't take that away from them. Timothy Wright in the shotgun. Looking back to pass. He's got his man. Caught. He beat him at the 50, 40, 30. Getting chased from behind, and he's going to be brought down at the 17. Great hustle there by Team Dream, but a great play by Team Stars, and a beautiful snag at midfield. We'll watch the replay.
Yeah, he just ran a go pattern, just hit it right in the middle of where the safety and corner, between the corner, and could have got for a face mask as he was coming down. But the way Garfield was running, looks like he came up a little, pulled something while he was running downfield, and now he's hobbling off to the sideline.
I hope he's okay.
Yes. because he's an unbelievable talent.
48-22. Dream leads the Stars. Stars on the move, though. Timothy Wright drops back to pass, and this pass is batted.
Right down.
And it'll hit the ground. Lucky that didn't get batted up into traffic there in the trenches. Otherwise, that could have been picked.
Yes. Tip drill, even though it was from a defensive lineman. Defensive lineman got his big hand up there and got into the passing lane and batted it up.
Second and 10 at the 18. Wright's going to hand it off up the gut, and then it's going to get to the 15-yard line. On the carry there.
You guys are going to have to kick it up in high gear.
Josiah Williams out of Mike O'Callaghan, Nevada, on the carry. Third down and 6. Third down and 6. Wright looks to pass and can't connect there, so it'll be fourth down. They're unable to get it here. It looks like Team Dream will take back over and just run out this clock.
Yep. He set it down. Number 8 for Team Stars, Owens. He set it down right at the sticks. Just couldn't come up with the catch.
So after a dominating offensive performance by Team Dream, that'll lead them to victory today. It'll be interesting, man. You got 3 Team Stars and 3 Team Dreams playing today as the timeout is taken by the Stars on the field. We got 3 playing, 3 Stars and 3 Team Dreams. Stars won the first one. Team Dream's going to win the second one. Who's gonna break the tie, man?
Got the rubber match coming up.
And that one will be a very interesting game as we look forward to that one.
We got the blue versus the gold.
Yes, we do.
And same age group, same. It's all the same age group. There'll be 7th, 8th, and incoming 9th graders in this game.
So Coach Evans, DeKeen Evans, will move 1-0 in his Dream Bowl coaching history. 4th and 7 here. Timothy Wright going to go for it all in the end zone, just overthrow, incomplete. It'll be Team Dream will take over with 3:14 left to go.
It's so hard for offenses there because of the timing and the communication and everything that you have between your receivers and quarterback. Right there is probably just another miscommunication between, the quarterback and receiver. Receiver broke it off a little short. Quarterback was going for the deep. So that just comes with time. These kids only get 1 day of practice, and they just don't have that much time to do. That much time to get on the same page and get the timing down.
$3:14 left to go in this one. Dakota Standback in the shotgun. And he's going to look to throw. Standback going for it all. He's got his man wide open. It's caught at the 50 and brought down from behind at the 40-yard line. Oh, he broke loose. I'll tell you what, Jaden Nicholas from Golden West, California, listed as a running back. He can play whatever.
Yeah, he can play whatever he wants. It was one of those, we saw it earlier in the, just one of those screens, where Nichols goes out and looks like he's going to block because you're going to hit the little slip screen behind him. You pump fake that screen, draw the defense in, and it's off to the races. That's a very common play, and it's still very hard to defend because so many people want to jump that screen. Too many defensive back gets their eyes in the backfield.
And a handoff here to Phoenix, and Phoenix breaking off the outside. Oh my goodness gracious, how many tackles did he break? Oh my goodness. All the way inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. I'm hearing loud noises. I just heard a loud bang out there, and you look down and you see Phoenix Dongia running really, really hard.
Yeah, he
Pounding
did.
pads, popping pads.
He broke several tackles. 1, 2. Just keep your feet moving. Stiffed arm 1 to the ground. There's 3. Put another move on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9th guy brought him down. That's unbelievable. Looked like Barry Sanders out there. Uh-oh.
And fumble on the play, and it's going to be recovered by Phoenix Dongia.
Yeah, number 90 here. He did a good job defensive end. Actually looked like he got his hand on the ball on the toss. It kind of broke up the pitch.
So it will be second down and long with just over a minute to go. What a game this has been, a high-scoring affair.
It's actually been a really exciting game. Both teams had their chances to, really win the game. Stars have every opportunity, to win. They just couldn't capitalize on a few things.
Stand back. He's going to go for it all once more. High pointing the ball. It's a touchdown. Dakota Standback delivers a perfectly placed ball for the touchdown, and Team Dream breaks 50. Well, look at the replay here.
Yeah, on the replay, you see, it's just kind of post and go. This outran the DB. Yeah, and he kind of bent it just right up the middle, and so drew the safety in, but had the safety draw on that post, bite on the post, and just run right by him.
So Dream is going to go for 2 here. It'll end up being a 30-point win for Team Dream, and Standback's going to keep it himself, and he's in. Kid is a beast.
Yeah, he is. He, for his size of being 5'5", 135, he's going to be a outstanding quarterback in 5 or 6 years. That's what he has left to develop. Whether he's going into 8th grade, freshman, whatever, 4 or 5 years left, he's got a ton of potential and ton of development left. Wonder he'll go be a Missouri Tiger one day.
Hey, you never know. Mizzou, baby. SEC.
That's right. So it's what this game winds down. We got a little time. What a great opportunities for these kids. Not every day, 13, 14-year-old kids come play at AT&T Stadium, arguably one of the best stadiums in the world. You have an opportunity to come down here and play football with a bunch of kids from all over the country. It's just a great, great opportunity, and it's just what a great thing the Dream All-American has done for these kids to give them the opportunity to come down here and showcase.
Most definitely, and the ball is on the ground, and you got to give it up to the big man that just fell on it. He's able to get over there and make the play. Number 77, Isaiah Delgado, Ray Reynolds, middle school in Washington.
Yeah, such a big old kid. 6'2", 270. He's 14, 15 years old. It's just unbelievable some of these sizes these kids have. And that is one thing you cannot do. You cannot coach size.
Exactly right.
I mean, you can't coach speed. You know, to say you can't coach speed, well, you definitely cannot coach a 6'2", 270 14-year-old. That's one thing you don't do.
And ball's on the ground. Oh, my goodness. They're going to blow the play dead. It was Peyton Hillman from Lakeland, Idaho, taking the low snap and trying to get something going and unable to. And that will be most likely the last play of the game.
Yeah. I think they're just going to let the clock run out and call it a day.
It was a good one, and it's been a pleasure. The final score, Team Dream 56, Team Stars 22. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. So long for Cody Martindale and Hunter Paris. This is the second of the third game of the day. Appreciate you listening. Big shout out to Tradio, TR3DIO for getting these broadcasts rolled out. Big shout out to Mr. Shannon Riley for setting all of this up. And a big shout out to the parents out there for listening and watching after the game, and all the family members for getting your kids out here, and just such a great event. So we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.